Shalom, Israel. Hey, I want to talk about this contract that the Most High has with himself and with us, the children of Israel, because it's a very important contract. Let's talk about it. You know, a contract is a written or spoken agreement that is intended to be enforceable by law. That's the noun. Verb, enter into a formal and legally binding agreement, a promise enforceable by law. So when you got a contract, you always get it's enforced by law. So the Most High made a contract with us, Israel. Leviticus 26 and 46. These are the statutes and judgments and laws which the Lord made between him and the children of Israel in Mount Sinai by the hand of Moses. Let me read that again. Leviticus 26 and 46. For all idolaters out there. These are the statutes and judgments and laws which the Lord made between him and the children of Israel in Mount Sinai by the hand of Moses. This is the contract the Most High made between him and the children of Israel. It was no one else. It was no other nations. It was no other God. It was between the Most High and the children of Israel. Psalm 147 and 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Amos 3 and 1. Hear this word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. Right here in Amos, the Most High says, I brought y'all out of the land of Egypt. The Most High says he brought us out of the land of Egypt, just him. Nobody else. And he says, you only have I known of all the families on the face of the earth. Therefore, I'm going to punish you for your iniquities. The Most High says we're the only one he knows because we're the only ones he made the contract with. Him and us. Him and us. The Most High made a contract with him and us. And it's forever. Just two-party contract. Most High, whole family of Israel. Two-party contract. Not a three-party contract. Two-party contract. The Most High, the Creator, the great I am, and the children of Israel. Two-party contract. Deuteronomy 11 and 1. Therefore thou shalt love the Lord thy God and keep his charge and his statutes and his judgments and his commandments always. His judgments. His. Most High doesn't change. Malachi 3 and 6. For the Lord I change not. Isaiah 40 and 8. The word of our God shall stand forever. The word of our God does stand forever. God's contract with Israel is everlasting. Doesn't change. No one can change. Psalm 33 and 11. The counsel of the Lord standeth forever. Psalm 105 and 6. O ye seed of Abraham, his servant, ye children of Jacob, his chosen. He is the Lord our God. His judgments are in all the earth. He hath remembered his covenant forever. The word which he commanded to 1,000 generations, which covenant he made with Abraham, and his oath unto Isaac, and confirmed the same unto Jacob for a law, and to Israel for an everlasting covenant. Covenant, everlasting covenant. Covenant equals agreement. Agreement equals contract. The Most High's contract with us is to keep his commandments and his laws. His most important commandment is Exodus 20 and 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. God says, do not believe anyone that tells Israel to worship other gods or to worship anything else other than him. Most High said, don't believe anybody who tells you that now. Even if they show you wonderful signs. Deuteronomy 13, 1 through 5. That's what he says. Don't believe them. The Most High says he commanded the children of Israel to kill any Israelites that tell you to worship somebody else other than him. Deuteronomy 17, 2 through 7. The punishment for breaking our contract with God is slavery, captivity, death, destruction, separation. Deuteronomy 28, 15 through 68. No one can change God's contract with us. No one. The Most High made a contract between himself and the children of Israel by the hand of Moses at Mount Sinai. There was no one else there. Two-party contract. Most High, children of Israel. Nobody else. Nothing else. So our punishment for breaking that contract is what you see us in now. And we still got a whole bunch of idolaters when there was nobody there but the Most High and speaking to the children of Israel through Moses. Or the one time they wanted to talk to him, and after they heard him, they said they don't want to hear his voice no more because they were so scared. But that's the contract. It's legally binding by law. The laws are his laws, statutes, and commandments. And the first one is don't worship anybody else other than him. And we break it. And we broke it. But just because we breaking it, a lot of us are breaking it. A lot of us are obeying it. But that's the contract. Wasn't nobody there but the Most High and the children of Israel. That's it. He said it's an everlasting covenant, right? Everlasting contract. Nowhere in that contract did he write down and say, hey, it's going to be somebody else. He didn't say in Exodus 20 and 3, thou shalt have no other gods before me except when. He didn't say that. He never say that. Honor that contract, Israel. Honor the contract. Honor the contract. Before the time comes when you don't have a choice to honor it or not. You're just going to get punished for not honoring it. The contract between the Most High and us, Israel, no one else, nothing else. Shalom.